Yeah, I don't know. We'll try that again. We're working with the numbers in the thing. I caught that though. All right. What we want to make people aware of is something that's happened here. So that means it's happening in your um area too. Um, as you know, like we meant and we mentioned this a bit, people should be aware that people living in what used to be called Hoover towns, like they're tent cities, um, all over the country. There's people living in tent cities, which are that's a because the economy's like this, um, and it seems that over here, like those who own the trains were supposedly they're putting in money for like some kind of like improvements. But since trains are derailing all on the new trains are derailing all over the country, we can assume like they're not putting it into fixing the trains, so or upgrading the trains. But anyway, that some kind of improvement project involves telling these people who were had their tents set up and were living near the tracks that they can't be there anymore. Um, uh, so that they are, but there's nowhere else to go because the only other place to go would be into the where there's like like, into the metropolitan area. Where there's, it's like stores and things, and if you can't set a tent up there, even one family, because you'll be taken to jail. So there is nowhere to go, and we don't know what's going to happen. But that since that can happen here, that means that's possible in other parts of the country with. So obviously, there's no sympathy for such people living in tent cities, or even a couple people, with tents. That's what we want to make people aware of. That's happening, and also like I mean, maybe people. I mean, if people aren't aware that these tent encampments all over the country, they should be. But this is what's happening. Is there's a sympathy for such people, so they a lot, and a lot of them are like are returning soldiers and stuff, like coming back and living, living in those tent cities with other people. There's no jobs. Um, you know, still in hyperinflation. So that's just something that happened here. Like to be aware, happening in your area as well. I feel like in the other, well, we're working with your numbers, but anyway, that's the information I wanted to put out about that's the information I wanted to put out.